Hey everyone, Foundation Alpha here, trying to do my review of Trials Fusion for about the fourth time. I've tried to do it on Twitch, like record a video on Twitch that I could then upload to YouTube, but it didn't really work out because I don't know how to use Twitch that well. Like the first time I hadn't told Twitch to save my videos. The second time, you couldn't hear me very well over the sound of the television, so I decided to grab some headphones and do it for a third time, and then you still couldn't hear me, so even though the sound was completely off on the TV. So I think I just have to learn how to do Twitch a bit better. But if you want to see me do some Twitch videos, that I like, even either broadcasting or even just recording a video and putting it up to YouTube so I can do my review while I'm playing, tell me. But yeah, this might go pretty fast because I know pretty much exactly what I'm going to say. Oh. So the biggest thing that bugs me isn't really a big thing at all. It's that when you're in the bike selection screen, it takes a few seconds before you can actually see the bike, so just like have a black screen say bike loading. That should not happen. That should not happen on the Xbox One. That should not happen on the original Xbox. Loading a picture of a bike pretty much is not something that's should be difficult to do. I don't know why they couldn't, like, I'm not a programmer or anything, but that's really not something that should be very hard to do, especially with a system like the Xbox One. I don't know why they couldn't have done that. Also with bikes is unlocking. Like, the game is difficult, which is awesome and nawesome. I don't know. I don't know, so the opposite of awesome is awesome. There's nothing wrong with the game being difficult, but you have to progress pretty far in the difficulty of the game to unlock some of the bikes, which is annoying when it tells you to you can only use one certain bike in one of the user generated tracks. That's annoying. Onto user generated tracks, my friends. I hope there's more than one of you watching. That would be awesome. The user generated tracks are by far the best part of the game. Oh, there are so many fun tracks. I would have showed them to you if my Twitch had worked. But like, one of my favorite ones of all time is actually the first one I favorited. The first one I liked enough to favorite is a Doctor Who one. It's actually pretty easy. There's nothing hard in it. But you start out in TARDIS, like a TARDIS teleports, and you go out, you drive past a bunch of Daleks and stuff. You go to another TARDIS, it teleports you to a different area of the map. Drive past a bunch more Daleks. Did I say Dalek? It's Dalek. Drive past a bunch more Daleks to the end of the map where you go back to TARDIS again and teleport to adventure. I don't know where. But like, just the fact that that can be done in the game, there's so many amazing things that content creators have come up with when making those tracks. It's amazing. I tried to make a track. I had no clue what I was doing. Couldn't even get started. There's videos on YouTube that told me to watch, but I never got around to them. I don't know if I ever will get around to them. But I'm sure it'll be fun to make my own track. The rating system for the tracks is a lot great too. Like, you can get a thumbs up or a thumbs down to the track. So it's a good way to find tracks, like decent tracks, when you're looking through this big list full of different tracks. Like, don't take one that's like 95% thumbs down or anything like that. Although it does bug me that you have to finish the track to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Like, I guess I understood why they did that. They wanted people to actually, like, not just see this track and thumbs it down for no reason. But just doing my stream a few minutes ago, the very last track I did was like insanely difficult, and it was in the easy tracks. Like, I don't know how they qualify what's an easy track, what's a medium track, what's a hard track when make for like user made tracks. I don't know if the user just says that. Like, they could say a super difficult track is an easy track. But they're like, I was doing this super difficult track. I couldn't get past pretty much the very start of it. And when I see a track that difficult and easy, even if I ended up getting through it, like, I don't want a track that difficult to be labeled easy, and I would have given it a definite thumbs down if I finished, but couldn't give it a thumbs down because I hadn't finished. A couple more things. The tricks are a lot of fun, all the different tricks you can do. There's lots of maps generated just for tricks, and that's fun. But they seem difficult. Like I said before, it's a difficult game, and that's great. I have nothing wrong with it being a difficult game. But some of the tricks, you have to do just the perfect angle of the bike and the perfect angle of the stick to, like, do whatever trick you're going to do. Some tricks are, like, really flippin' difficult to do. Superman's pretty much the only one I could, like, whatever trying trick I do, I end up doing Superman for some reason. I don't know why. That's difficult. Like, maybe, again, it's just because I stink at the game, but I think it would have worked better if they taken just a few tricks out, so, like, without so many tricks, but all the different angles and stuff, the margin of error for the remaining tricks would be a bit bigger and be easier to do those tricks. But again, maybe that's not what Trials is about, because it's a difficult game. One more thing I want to mention is the leaderboards and the text size. It's two things, isn't it? Leaderboards, I'm the only one of my friends on the leaderboard, which isn't that weird, because just say that, you know, none of my friends have the game. But I do know that Green Skull has the game. Hi, Green, if you're watching this, you're probably not. Aww. Oh, that was a weird, creepy laugh. I don't know why I did that. I know he has the game, and I follow him with the follow feature on the Xbox One, but he's not on the leaderboard, which, that's one of the big points of the follow feature, is that you can have all these different people on the leaderboard with you. And the fact that followers, like your follower, or the people you follow rather, aren't on the leaderboard, and presumably followers, I don't think I have any followers that aren't also my friends, but I'm assuming it works the other way around, where if someone were to follow me, they wouldn't be on the leaderboard. It's one of the big points of the follow system, and they didn't do that. Like I mentioned right at the beginning with the bikes having to load. Like, there are all these things that shouldn't happen on the Xbox One, but they're happening, and I think it's just kind of a waste that they did all these. Like, maybe, like, I hope the next Trials game definitely makes use of those features from the Xbox One, but I don't know why it wouldn't be in this, because they're not, like, deep hidden features that are going to take, that aren't years of making games before developers actually figure out how to use them. They're some of the biggest features on the Xbox that Microsoft has been talking about since its release, so the follow system and like the bikes, I said, they shouldn't have to load. kind of rambling there. I also said I talked about the text size. It's very small. Leaderboards, it's really tough to see the your time, and when you're redoing a map and you're going past the checkpoints, it'll tell you how much slower or faster you are than your best time. I can almost never see that. I just know if I'm doing well by if it's red or green, and how well I'm doing it by how many digits there are. So it's just like, I don't know if it's like 1 to 9 seconds or less than a second by how many digits aren't 0, or like more than 10 seconds. But that's basically all I know. Or maybe it's because I have a small TV. But it seems really, the text seems really, really tiny. Despite all the negative things I've said about the game, those just seem to be what I always focus on when I check out a game. Trials is a really, really fun game. I kind of wish now that I played some earlier ones. I hadn't really given it much of a thought. I think I'd watched like one of the Trials Pig. No, not even. I don't think I watched any of the Trials Pig that used to be on Rooster Teeth. And then Green Skull put out a video on that Red Up Live channel, which is how I know he has the game, but not on the leaderboards. And it looked like a fun game, so I was like, oh yeah, I'll try Trials Fusion. Might be a fun little arcade game I could try out. It's definitely a fun little arcade game. So yeah, I've still a lot of negative things about it, but it's not a bad game. It's definitely a really good game. I think I might have been able to say some more good things about it if I played earlier games, like shown how it's what they've done to make it better than the earlier games. But yeah, great game. So that's about all I have to say. Tell me what you think of Trials down below, and what you think of the video down below. Tell me if you think I should get my act together and learn how to use Twitch properly. I don't know if I turned the volume all the way down or what, but I guess I have to do, when I watch Twitch videos, there's never any gameplay audio, or not much is there. But I don't know, I had the speakers off, so I don't really know how to do that. Regardless, tell me if you want more Twitch videos, if you want to watch me live stream even, or just record my review as I'm playing the game, and I can point. It's easier on arcade games. Like, I don't know if I could do it for a full retail game, but this was really, when I was doing it and trying to record while playing, it was really easy because I'd actually point out things while I was playing, which is harder for a really big game that I'd have to go around pointing the things out. So, that's about everything. Be sure to give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.